I want to show you one transaction which was made by our Moonchain ring. So here we are currently on the Moonchain Explorer, and this transaction hash you can see here is the same transaction hash which you can see here on the Blueberry app. So this is our mobile app when it comes to using our Blueberry Ring. It's the same design when you use it mobile. When I take this transaction hash, I've copied it already, and go into here, then we can see, okay, it's the same. We can see here the raw input of this transaction. Of course, it makes more sense to look at it in the UTF-8 format. And like I already said, here we can see this JSON object, which I showed to you guys prior. So we have the format and the version and the metadata fields. All these three fields you can find here also: format, version, metadata. Then you have the data source, data collection method, preprocessing, which are fields you can also find here: data source, collection method, preprocessing, data. And here we get to the interesting part of this JSON object. We see the content, we see the type, and we see the content, and what's necessary for us is now the content. And we take this content and go into a broadly compression tool. Here we can see the not compressed data, and when you just compare how much data we have here on the right side and in comparison how much is on the left, you can see already that it definitely makes sense to use this kind of compression algorithm. I also want to show you that this data, which is showed here and which I, like you have seen, took out of the transaction data, or the raw data from the transaction, is the same data which we can see here in the user interface, for example. So, and for this I decided to use the oxygen value, right? So here the last three data points are 100, 98, 100. And before the, 199, 100, 98, 100. So let's see what we have here. Oh, this is, ja doch, 198, 199, 198. These data points, specifically the 5 data points which are shown here in the last, or in the diagram, you can see that we used these data directly in our user interface, and it's compressed and open on the blockchain.